Hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to those who have not visited my channel before. Today I just want to talk about 10 essentials for bike riding. And yes, this channel is called Danette's Kitchen, but I can use my bike to ride to the store and other things. So on my channel, I talk about preparedness and a lot of different things. You know, what to do when the lights go out. I've talked about that a few times over the past couple of years about my experiences being in a severe power outage after moving to a new area. But you can check that out on some other videos. But 10 essentials for bike riding. Number one, eat. Get something in your mouth, something in your system before you jump out and go on the bike. You know, I got up this morning and got myself together and was all decked out, ready, and took the bike out and started pedaling away and started off good. And after a while, it was like, boy, I'm running out of energy. Now, granted, I do have a pedal assist bike, but today was a day for just carrying my own weight, so to speak, and not using the pedal assist feature. But I noticed that I ran out of energy, and when I thought about it, I didn't eat anything this morning. Food is your fuel. It helps your body go. If you eat the right things, they can help you stay healthier and have more energy and vitality to your life. So, eating is very, very important, which for some reason I forgot about this morning. Did make it to my destination, but thankfully I was only going a mile. Number two, dress appropriately. Check out what the weather is like before you go outside. Either check on the news or crack open a window or peep outside. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it muggy? Is it raining? How should you be dressed for your ride? You know, and how you dressed should be based upon what's going on outside and what the weather may be like later. It may be bright and sunshiny now, but later there may be thunderstorms on the way. And if you're planning on biking to wherever you're going to, you might want to carry a rain poncho or rain jacket or something with you. And if it's a little cooler in the morning, dress appropriately for that to where you can take off a layer later if it starts to get hot because lately the weather's been kind of swinging back and forth like a pendulum. So you do want to think about how you're dressed before you go outside. You also don't want to dress like you're going to the ballroom dance if you're going to be pedaling down the street on a bike. It's not really a good place to wear heels or anything. So wearing appropriate foot attire as well is very important. There are bicycle skirts for people that are into that. People can wear shorts. People can wear pants. If your pants are more of the bell bottom pants, then you may want to get like some Velcro or something and cinch the bottom of the pants or a very loose rubber binder to put around the bottom of the pants so that the bell bottom pants don't get caught in your chain when you're riding because then that can be a serious accident waiting to happen. Number three, have reflective wear for nighttime riding. And reflective wear comes in all different sorts. They have really nice jackets and things out nowadays for people that go bike riding. You know, some nice, stylish, trendy stuff. Or you can get the reflective tapes that you can attach to your sleeves and to your pants leg or whatever, and then various places on your bike, so that drivers of other vehicles or even other bicycles on the road are able to see you and you don't have an accident. I use a reflective vest. It has those reflective stripes on there. That's what I prefer to use because it's lightweight. I can put it on over whatever I'm wearing. So if I want to dress a little more comfortably. If it's really warm out, I can wear this on top of that and it doesn't get too hot. If it's chilly out, I can wear a warmer jacket and still put this on top of it and it doesn't get very hot. I got this for $5, I think, at Axeman. Axeman is not really a thrift store. It's kind of an everything but the kitchen sink kind of a store where if there's a place that has overstock of items, after they've sold so many items or whatever, or if they no longer are carrying that particular item, like this, I guess isn't really considered trendy anymore. It looks more like the Men at Work vest for people that are out on the street, the construction people. It is very reflective and it has Velcro fasteners in the front. But the new popular trends are, stylish and all of that. But I like to try to save my money, and this will work for me for a long time, even when the trends change. So I went to Axeman and I got that for about $5. And they had a lot of them. Axeman, like I said, has a lot of random things, and you can say, "Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that," and you can get whatever you need and save a lot of cash in the process. So, reflective wear for night, very important. Or for like twilight time or those times where it's not fully dark, but it's not fully light yet. It's very important to be able to be seen when you need to be seen. Number 4, have working lights on your bike or headlamps. I mean, you can have a front headlamp on the bike and a rear tail light, that's the red one on the back. Some of them that you can buy from the store, you can get them pretty much everywhere. You don't have to go specifically to a bicycle shop. You can go to Target or Kmart or just all over and pretty much find those things. But I do have the headlight and tail light, but I also have this, which is another sort of a headlight. And you can turn it on and it gets pretty dang bright. So, and it even has a strobe feature. So you can choose which feature you want. You can change the battery on it if you need to. Wear it on your head. It gives the drivers on the road or others on the road another way that they can see you and know that you're there, because we want people aware that you're there so that you're safe, and not only that, so that you can see whatever's coming up in the road, if it's potholes or whatever. Number 5, carry tools for in the case of an emergency. Um, If you buy your bike brand new, most depending on the bike and where you buy it from, some places will give you a full set of Allen wrenches or the screwdriver set that switches around. So one side is the Phillips, and then the other side is the flathead. So you may get something like that. You may find out yourself getting something like this. And if it comes with your bike, these are tools that are made to fit everywhere that you need a tool to fit for tightening up or loosening or doing whatever you need to do on your bike. And if you have a bike that didn't come with those things, then I would suggest trying to go out and at least get a screwdriver. Or, you can get like the cheap Allen wrench sets, where you have the multiple sizes all on one. This was $5 at Walgreens. So it goes down to really tiny sizes, and you have larger sizes. And there are screwdriver sets like this too. It's in my other bags that I didn't bring it out to show. And the screwdriver set that comes like that also has a light in it too. It's very, very helpful and effective. Number 6, lock it up. If you're going to be riding your bike out anywhere and need to stop to get groceries or whatever, um, nowadays people will take anything that's not locked down. So lock it up. These are a couple of different types of locking systems. These two came together in one set. So I have the U-lock so that I can lock the wheel of my bike to a larger structure. And this one is actually good for even a fat wheel, a fat tire bike. And then I also have the coil, which came with the U-lock, so that when I connect this to the wheel and whatever the structure is that I'm locking it to, I can wrap this one through the other wheel and the frame of the bike and connect it around on these. So anyone that sees my bike and even gets an inkling of an urge to want to try to take it, they're going to look at that and say, oh, it's going to take me a minute. Even if they have wire cutters, that lock is much more significant. It's much stronger. So it would take them a while longer and they're more likely to get caught or discouraged, hopefully. Number 7, make sure that your seat is adjusted to the right height so that you can be comfortable on your bike. Not only that, I mean, because if your seat is down too low and you're pedaling and you feel like you're all squished up like this, that's not going to be very comfortable. You're going to find out later that you might have a sore back or your legs might get sore. Whereas if the seat is adjusted properly, it's a lot easier to pedal. It's a lot easier to put your strength into it without exerting yourself as much. And you still want to be able to have your feet touch the floor or the ground when you stop pedaling. You don't want to be so high that you can't touch the ground without jumping off the bike. So you want to make sure that it's at a comfortable place for you, whatever that comfort level is for you. Test it out, try it out at home first, and then get it out on the road. Number 8. Make sure you have enough air in your tires. I mean, you can look at the bike and say, oh, yeah, I'm ready to go, and it may look good, but before you take it out the door, sit on it and look down. How are your tires looking? Are they still looking full? Are they looking extra compressed? Or they're looking decent? Because you have to, and on the rim of the bike, on the around the side of the tires, it tells you the level of tire pressure that you should have. And if you don't have one of those metal pressure gauges, you can always get a bicycle pump that you pump with your foot, and it shows you right on the pump. There's a little gauge that will show you that your tires are to the right pressure amount. If you're in the red section, your tire pressure is too low. So you want to make sure that there's enough air in your tires before you go out to ride the bike. Number 9, water. If your bike has a place for you to hook a water bottle on there, I would suggest having some water and hooking that water bottle on there. If it doesn't have that, you can always buy one of those water bottle deals off of eBay. One thing that I prefer to use is the CamelBak. With the CamelBak, this part opens and you can fill it up with water, and all of the water is all in there. I can reach around and put this on my back. And if I get thirsty while I'm out riding, for some reason, this thing is like tangled up. If I get thirsty while I'm out riding, I'm able to get a drink from this. That is the sole purpose of this. I don't know if you can see this well enough. See that slit in there? So I'd have the water in there. It's not going to leak out or anything because this cap has a little protective system. But then when I'm ready to have a drink, I flip my switch, have this in my mouth, and I can suck and I can have a drink while I'm riding without having to stop and hold up a drink or whatever, without having to find a place to hook it onto my bike. I like this because it does hold a decent amount of water. It's not heavier or laborious to have it this way on my back. It's actually pretty convenient. Got this when my son was in the army. Has a little zipper pocket, so if you need to put your keys, your change, your ID, or whatever in there, you can do that. Or you can put maps, which I didn't have that on my list today, but I've got like trail maps. You can go to bicycle shops, and they'll usually give you these trail maps for free, which is awesome because, well, at least in my state anyway, the maps show all the places that are safest for bicycles to ride. All the places where there's a trail or a greenway, and I think that's pretty awesome. Awesome. So I got one for one city, I got one for another city, and it's small. It's really easy to carry. I can slip it in there. So if I'm riding around and I find myself to be lost, I can pull over, pull that out, look at it and say, okay, this is where I am, and this is the road that takes me to get where I need to go. And number 10 on my list of the top 10 things that you should have when you're out, when you're going to go out for a bike ride, protect your noggin. Yes, helmets are important. And I know some people think helmets are uncool, but I think it's more uncool to get hit by a car or run into something and fall off and crack your head open. So, this is a typical helmet that you might see out in the community. Many people use these types of helmets. You can find them at all sorts of different places. Kmart, Target, Walmart, um, other places. You can find them at sporting goods stores as well. Um, I've kind of graduated because I have the electric bike. I wanted to be sure I had a helmet that was going to really suffice for my needs, and because that can go a lot faster than I could go on my old school cruiser bike. So I bought the Outlaw helmet. I really like it. It's durable, covers the whole skull, has a little button on the side. So if I need to have some shade for my eyes, I've got the shade for my eyes. Easy to work. When I'm not using it, I put it right back in the sack. Keep it nice and in good condition. Of course, this helmet costs more than this helmet, but this one has an extended purpose that can be used beyond what this one can be used. So that's my list of the top 10 things that people have if they're going to go out on a bike ride. You might go bike ride to grocery shop. You could have one of those trailers hooked on the back. City that I live in is becoming more and more green, and you've got lots of trails, lots of bicycle roads. We have lots of options for bikes. We're trying to be as green as possible and keep people as safe as possible and do good for our environment and have improved air quality. Um, so whether you're biking for pleasure, biking as your only source of transportation to get to work, to school, or other things, try to take care of yourself. And those things that I just mentioned are just very basic and essential. And some people might say, well, yeah, of course, everybody knows to do that, but how often do we really do the things that we know that we should do? Sometimes people do, and sometimes people don't. So I'm just putting it out there today. I mean, just like I said, I left out this morning and dressed, had all my stuff together, didn't eat a drop of food before I left. That's the same as trying to drive your car on gas fumes and not having any gasoline in it. You got to take care of your body. You got to have the food in your system so that you can be able to carry on and do what you need to do. Well, I hope you have a great day or the rest of your day and be safe out there and make good choices for yourself.